and some very heavy rain is coming on the backside. No hail, no damaging winds, but very heavy rain is coming in behind this gust front. The rain is just starting to come down. It's a light drizzle right now. Check Kennedy Airport. They were having about 40 to 50 mile an hour winds with this activity. So just below severe limits. Yeah, you can see some of the fast moving scuds. I'm gonna give my friend a call so he can join the live stream. But the worst, anyway, apparently, it's mostly for the lightning and the thunder. Here it comes. There it comes right there. Between those two buildings. Yeah, it's not too crazy, but the craziness is behind. It's wind and rain. The primary threat from this is wind. Some very heavy rain, but it's a line, so it's not going to train. So there really isn't any danger of flash flooding.
1010. That way? Straight across?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Here comes the heavy rain. The core of it is just to my west, behind this leading edge. Winds are right now about 20. All right. So yeah. Yeah, it is pretty weak. But there was quite a bit of thunder and lightning just a few minutes ago. Ugh.
Canada has even been disrupting U.S. flights. Parts of the Midwest and Western Great Lakes
All right.
will likely continue to see poor air.
Hello. All right. Wow. All right. I'm going to have to close the door. Sounds like it's hailing. Whoa, that was close. That was a lightning right there. This is Queens, New York. Yeah, definitely below severe limits. Impressive, but below severe limits. There's more storms forming to my west and northwest, but those will pass north of me. Yeah, but there might be another line of thunderstorms coming through in a few hours. I got to call my manager, see if she wants me to come back or help out another person. Pretty good flash of lightning right over there. It was intra-cloud. Pretty nice. All right, I'm starting to drive. All right, I'm starting to drive. All right, I'm doing the art. Oh, damn, that's crazy. All right, I'm doing the RTS, which means return to station. was a cloud of ground right there. Yeah. That was a few miles away. Keep in mind, this is below severe limits. Yeah, we were under a hatched 5% tornado risk. Not a single tornado in the hatched area. Because of this morning convection, it stole all of the Cape. It stole all of the Cape, guys. I literally cannot check my chat because I'm driving. So when I get to the station, I might check my chat. Anyway, I just applied to work as a meteorologist at a TV station in New Hampshire. They don't require, from what I heard, they don't require a bachelor's degree in meteorology. I mean, and I do have 15 years of experience of doing weather on the radio, plus 14 years on YouTube. But the odds are they're not going to hire me. That's unlikely. First of all, I'm 34, I'm on the autism spectrum. I'm not the ideal candidate. I mean, experience-wise, yes, I'm very experienced. But in terms of appearance, far from it. Hopefully they'll look past that and hire me. But in this day and age, I highly doubt it. I know I shouldn't be so negative, but I don't want to be disappointed. So, and considering I live in New York City, there is absolutely no chance of me ever getting a broadcast meteorologist job here. Because here you need years of experience. The place I'm applying to, they want experience, but it's not mandatory. And I do have experience. I have 15 years of volunteer broadcast experience, years of using computer models. I started using computer models and Doppler radar, like understanding how Doppler radar worked. Not the rotation part, but reflectivity and understanding precipitation intensities since I was 14, about 18 years ago. I mean, I knew how to use the Weather Channel Doppler radar, but then I discovered Weather Underground Doppler radar around 2005. So like 21 years ago. So since I was 13 years old, I am now 34, and I've been utilizing NEXRAD Doppler radar for the past 21 years. And understanding how velocities work, like rotation, since I was about 20 years old, so 14 years of understanding correlation coefficient. So 14 years of understanding correlation coefficient, understanding yeah, so I definitely have a lot of experience. For instance, when I went storm chasing with my school last year, I was the first one to notice the Morton Wedge tornado. Nobody else knew what we were looking at was a tornado and not a wall cloud. And I was the first one to spot it because I am so knowledgeable in weather. And I trained myself for such a long time to understand severe weather. Plus, I've done numerous Skywarn sessions. So I do have a lot of experience in not only understanding severe weather, but forecasting severe weather, as well as netcasting, using Doppler radar, especially Radar Scope Pro 2, using skew T-plots, using surface analysis, meso-analysis. I have a lot of experience with understanding not just the surface, but the upper atmosphere as well. So hopefully that will help me get hired at the New Hampshire weather station. News station, but it's very unlikely. I'll give it about a 20% chance that I get hired. I mean, it's not zero, but it's not like likely. It's unlikely that I'm going to get the job. Plus, my mom doesn't want me leaving New York City because of my autism, ableism, right? So, if I get the job, she said she'll support me, but she doesn't want me to get the job. And I don't want to live in New York City because I can't afford living in New York City, and two, and it means I'll have to live with my family, and they're very toxic. So yeah.
Right now, thunderstorms moving through New York City, and that's the path of a tornado launch from Middlesex and Monmouth counties in New Jersey until 9 p.m. The flood watch for the city, New Jersey, and southern Westchester goes until late tonight, and the air quality also lasts until midnight.
Actually, it's good right now.
It is time for the weather watch.
Anyway, yeah. So the odds that I get the job is pretty unlikely. Even with the 15 years experience of doing weather since November of 2010, so it's going on 16 years now, they are not going to hire me. Probably not going to hire me. I don't want to say they won't at all. It's unlikely. Considering my bad luck that I've been having, it's pretty unlikely they're going to hire me. So I'm just going to go out on a limb and say they're not going to hire me. I hope I'm wrong. But to do the weather on TV, that's a huge privilege. It's like, yes, there's a shortage of broadcast meteorologists, but considering I am autistic, it's very unlikely that I'm going to get a job. Plus, I've had a lot of bad luck my whole life. Never been in a relationship, always get rejected. And it's not just for jobs I get rejected, it's relationships too. So yeah, my luck with rejection has always been really bad, which is another reason why I'm expecting the job to not hire me. Anyway, I'm still driving. Just heat this up. The rain stopped now. The roads are still very, very treacherous. The roads are very wet. And there's more storms to my right to my west. You can see more towers right up ahead. Plus, I do have experience in doing the weather in front of a television camera. So 3 semesters I've done this. One as a class at Stony Brook University with Professor Jonathan Sanders. And then for 2 semesters doing on-air weather several times at SUNY Oswego. Yes, I definitely have experience, not just in understanding the weather, but being on camera as well. Hopefully, that will get me hired. And I also have behind-the-scenes experience, so it's not just on camera. I have behind-the-scenes experience, video editing, using Adobe Premiere, and using a WeatherMax from the weather company, or StormMax, I believe it's called. That's what we used at Oswego for loading the graphics at our weather stations, at our WTOP. That's where I did the weather. Hopefully, that will get me hired, and my mom, she will support me if I get the job. Meaning she will help me move and ensure. She'll help me. Help you with getting services for my disabilities or disability. And by the way, the smoke has cleared out. This morning the sky was very, very hazy. If you look towards Manhattan, you can very clearly see the skyline, clearly. Even with the humidity, the smoke is gone. I would say the AQI right now is pretty good. It's not perfect. There are still some particles of smoke lingering, I would say. but it's pretty clear. The reason isn't the storms. The storms did not clear out the smoke, because even after these mornings severe flooding storms, where we had numerous instances of flash flooding and a lot of lightning, the smoke did not clear out. It's the fact that the wind has shifted more westerly. The surface winds were out of the southwest, which was bringing smoke that sagged south. The smoke was right over us yesterday, then it moved south, and now it's back went over us, and now it's back to our east. So yes, the smoke has mostly cleared out, and that's in part because of this low pressure system that is inducing these convective showers and thunderstorms. In terms of severe weather, the storms that New York City experienced today were all below severe limits. I would say the weather today would have been good for a slight, a marginal or a slight. I think the National Weather Service should have cut back the severe risk, considering the models were showing a lot of convection in the morning. I have to change lanes right now. Be very careful here. I mean, I have a CDL. I have a commercial driver's license. And it's not for this job, it's because I wanted to do paratransit due to physical issues with my ankle and knees. Because this job is very, very demanding on the body. And being a weather reporter is not so demanding. It's a job that uses your intellect, something I am very good at with the weather, but something I feel like my intelligence is being wasted because no one is going to hire me because I am autistic. That's the issue at hand. They're like, oh, discrimination. Yeah, people are always screaming about, oh yeah, that's instance for discrimination. Thing is, they could just say, I'm sorry, but we have no availability, and you have to basically take it at face value. I've had this happen so many times to me in retail. I mean, if I can't get a job in freaking retail, what makes you think I'll get a job on the camera? And I even applied to be a production assistant, which is the lowest level position, the lowest position available in New York. And even with the 15 years of experience and having a broadcasting degree, I was rejected. So what makes you think I'm going to get a job on air anywhere? That's what I'm thinking, basically. Yes, it's a negative mindset, but it's being realistic. I mean, don't get me wrong, there is a chance I could get a job broadcasting on air, but in New York City, it is completely impossible. And the place I'm applying to, it's not the number one station, but it's up there. It's, I would say, top 50. So it's pretty unlikely that they're going to hire me. I'll give it maybe a 10% chance. I mean 20%. But if they see this video, it'll instantly come like 5% or less. If they see me thinking about how unlikely it is. I mean, on air, I'm always confident. I've always done really well on air, and really well with during severe weather live streams. But yeah, I've always struggled with getting a job. This has always been my biggest hurdle. And it's not just my hurdle. It's stuff a lot of people on the spectrum go through. And I'm not the only one. So yeah, I don't really think I'm going to get the job. I'm not going to say the name of the TV station. All I'm going to say, it is in New Hampshire. And I applied. I wrote a letter. I wrote it, it didn't seem so professional, so I had AI rewrite it. And then I edited a little bit before I sent it. Right. Let's see if anyone's watching right now. Alright, I just parked the car. 0 people. Alright, I'm